Hello, y'all. Coming at you on a Wednesday. My other video is currently posting, and I'm already starting this one. Okay, productive. Peep the 6'7" shirt. This was like a matching thing at work, guys, okay? I don't actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna full send it. Oh, wait, I have a story to tell y'all. Okay, last week, I think it was last week, yeah. A week ago today, I think, or I don't even remember what day it was. I'm like in my pajamas and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get some food. And I was like worried. I was telling my brother, I was like, I look crusty, but I don't want to change. And he was like, how many crusty people do you think they see a day? And I was like, exactly. So like, y'all, I'm fully in my pajamas. Like, and they were cute pajamas. They weren't ugly pajamas, but they were just pajamas. And then I also put on my like slides. So like, and mind you, my hair was like half done. And I'm like, do I do my hair or do I full send it in the car? And I was like genuinely talking to myself. And I was like, I'm gonna full send it. Walk in, order my whole thing, right? As I'm checking out, like everything's fine. Like, so I'm like, okay, I'm about to go, like whatever. Who cares? Y'all, there's normal bags and there's DoorDash bags. Tell me why this man grabbed a DoorDash bag and handed it to me. I was like, and so I walk away, like I turn around with my food and I'm walking away with my DoorDash bag and I'm like genuinely laughing because I'm like, does he think I'm a DoorDasher? I just ordered this whole meal throughout the like I just genuinely like you could have watched me pick out every single thing that's going in there for myself. And then also while I was ordering, I was like, I feel like I'm playing my life. There was some veggies, so I was like, but I was like, I'm gonna go for it. And he gave me a DoorDash bag. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, am I not allowed to go out looking bad anymore? Like, does that mean I'm now gonna get profiled as a DoorDasher? Also, like, not too much on the DoorDashers now. What are we doing? That was just crazy, y'all. I was like, okay. So, wow. And then the next day, I went to go, I guess I should have learned my lesson, but I look, you didn't. So my mom was eating out, and for some reason I was like, Mom, can you like give me food? And she was like, yeah. So she actually didn't give me anything. She got me a latte, but she ordered my food and then made me drive over there to come get it and made me pay for it too. So I should like, anywho, okay. So I get there and I'm like I'm in this shirt and I'm in striped pajama shorts once again, and this time my hair's done and I'm once again in my slides. So I walk in and like I think this time I had earrings in, so like okay, we got a little bit going on there. And I'm walking up to the, like I pull up and I knew it was like a cafe, but I was like, it's fine, like, you know, like whatever. I didn't know it was a fancy restaurant, y'all. It was a like I'm walking up and there's people taking Instagram photos in the front and I'm like, oh no. That's how you know, like whenever people are if it's an Instagram photo taking restaurant, oh. So I'm like walking up and I'm like, I walk in, y'all. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm only here to pick something up. I don't know why I was worried that they were gonna like kick me out. It's honestly, if I ever went somewhere and they wouldn't let me in because of the way I was dressed, I don't think I would ever leave my house again. But yeah, so I'm walking up and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm only here to pick something up. Like, I'm just going to get my food. And so then my mom's like waving at me and I walk over and I'm like, you didn't tell me this was a nice restaurant. Now I'm embarrassed. It's only standing there and there's like 10 different people talking to me because my mom's friends are saying hi to me. And then the lady's asking me to pay and I'm just like paying. Like, I'm just using my Apple Pay. Speaking of Apple Pay, y'all, genuinely it's a genius invention because it has kept me from talking myself out of so many purchases because I don't have to go get my card. Like, I can just click to pay and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just do it. Anyway, so I'm like talking to my mom's friends. I'm like, oh my god, like, how did this happen? But then again, I feel like I kind of knew that was gonna happen, but I didn't really feel it until I was there. So like, anywho, it was fine. Like, I went home in my jammies and I ate in my jammies. But yeah, and that was after like my day of working too. So what an interesting development. Anywho, coming at you now, y'all. I have work to do for my AP Environmental Science class, APES as some might say. I'm actually excited for this class because I do like environmental science. I'm currently writing okay, I'll tell you my assignments. I have to write an email to my teacher. I don't even know what this is. Like, I really don't like Times New Roman font, and so this whole like situation we got going on here is just kind of frustrating me. And I hate, there's nothing I hate more than whenever I'm looking at a document and it's a photo and I know I'm not going to be able to type on the photo, because then that's so much brain power required, because now I have to figure out how to type on the photo, or like this is a flow chart, y'all, so I'm gonna have to like figure out how to type on that. But this is also Google Docs, and there's also like you're supposed to submit it on formative. So see, this is where I start to get headache, because I'm like, can I open the formative assignment and finish it later, or once I open it, like, do I have to finish it now? Okay, now I don't even know what this is. It's like a chart, looks like Spider-Man. Oh, I'm gonna learn what it means. Yeah, that's the point of being in school, learning. Yes. And then I have to do writing, which, like, I don't mind. This is due on August 17th, so I have time, but I knew I was not going to do this while I was also working 50 plus hour work weeks. I was like, no. And then, what is this? One of the mathematical. Ugh. Tears in my eyes. Ugh. See, I used to love math, y'all. And then it stopped being like, I have time to figure it out. And like, it, like, because it used to be like, oh, like, figure this thing out. And I was like, oh, I'm going to use my head and I'm going to take my time and figure it out. And now it feels like when I'm in math, it's like, figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. Like, why are you screaming in my face? Genuinely, like, I'm going to get there. But why are you telling me I have 5 seconds to figure out this question? Like, if you would give me time, then I would get there. But now it has to be like a screaming rat race, and I just am really not feeling it. And that's where I'm just usually kind of like, oh, I'm going to exit stage left. Unfortunately, in high school, you can't exit stage left. So last year in math, oh, y'all remember, I was like actively dying in that class. Like, genuinely, the amount of times I had to do damage control on a test is really concerning. I actually, this summer, I meant to like basically like I meant to just like do a little redo of pre-calculus, because man, that was hard. I'm sure I have enough in my brain to like get myself through, but like still, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like what you need to know for calculus. I might do a little pre-prep calculus for myself. Like my ACT math tutor told me about Professor Leonard on YouTube, so I'm gonna watch some of him and see if I can prep myself for calculus, because I'm like, right now I'm here and I'm doing on-level calculus. I'm not doing AP. And everyone's like, do AP. I was like, I'm nervous for calculus, and people go, oh, just do on-level then, don't do AP. And I was like, no, I am doing on-level. I'm still nervous. We're gonna see how it goes. But the problem I had was, so people would be in the advanced class and then they drop down, or they'd be in the honors class and then they drop down to the advanced class, which I'm in. And then they would completely, like, they would get A pluses on tests. What, like, okay. And I'd be rocking a good B minus, because the tests were hard. But I didn't get my curve because everyone in the class knew what they were doing, and I low-key did not. So, yeah, there's that. Well, not that I didn't know what I was doing, but they knew more than I did. The whole year, which also makes sense since I was new. But anywho, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and like, I know I'm probably like here, but I'm gonna try and, well, actually, I'm just gonna try and give myself like a good kickstart, help my future self, so I'm not like whenever my teacher whips out math and I'm like, what do you mean, this is senior year, like I'm supposed to be doing coloring sheets. So yeah. But right now, in my 6-7 shirt with the t-shirt on my head, I'm going to finish my email to my teacher, because that's the first assignment. And I might do a second assignment. But I also have other things I need to do. Y'all, I think I'm gonna take like a time-lapse video of myself doing this. I'm writing cards to, what is it called? assisted living facility near me. So here, I can show you one of the ones I made. Look, isn't it cute? Look at the bears. And then I just wrote a little note inside. It says, there are so many people who value your presence and advice. So I call them and I go, how many should I make? And they go, we have 200. So I will be making 200 cards, currently at 19, I think. So, and I started on Monday and I heard 200 and I was kind of like, ooh. So yes, but I feel like we're making good progress. I'm gonna try and see if I can find like a few hours to just really like, and I also have my markers. I have my, these ones have a bit of a whiff, so I'm trying not to use them too much because I don't want to fry my brain, but they're, oh hoo hoo. And I love the markers, they're gorgeous. I just seriously like am worried about my brain. So maybe I should turn on a fan or something. And I also have these Mondo Llama ones from Target. I got these a few years ago, but they're low-key like running out of ink because I think I've had them since freshman year. Like they're on life support. And so I'm like, I can make about, like depending which cards I make and how much I draw on them, I'm like, I can make about maybe 15 cards consecutively with those before they're like, ugh. So I'm really trying to like balance it out. Right now, I cannot lie to you, really missing working with kids because working with kids does not require me to do math problems. Well, math problems that involve conversion. Oh, there's a fifth assignment, geography. Oh, tectonic plates. Ooh, I like this. I like this. I don't like this. How many gold atoms are there in a gold bar? This is what Google's for. Like I understand why I need to know how to do that, but like the thing is I could do that if I needed to, but I really don't wish to do that, which is probably why I should, because I need to make my brain work. But oh, I'm excited for the map because I like tectonic plates. See, that's interesting. I would love to learn tectonic plates, like the history of tectonic plates, how they work, how they form, what are they up to recently. Nothing good, I'm sure. Oh, biomes. See, this is what I like. Oh, I love biomes. Plate tectonics. Yes, tectonic plates and plate tectonics, y'all, that's threw me for a loop in 7th grade. 6th grade. I remember I was like, what's the difference? And now I know one of them's a theory and one of them is a noun. It's like the actual tectonic plates. I don't know why it's backwards though. I think that's the theory. I don't really remember. It's been a minute. Natural disasters and biodiversity hotspots. Whenever it says natural disasters, does that mean like right now or? Oh, wait, this is cute. See, I wish this was our only assignment because why do I have to do math problems? I don't want to do math problems. And why do I have to write? This is a science class. See, it started to make me a little upset way back whenever we started mixing things like English with math and math with English. Nope, math never mixed with English. English, no. Yeah, English never mixed with math. Math mixed with English. Because what do you mean, like proofs and geometry? What is that? Like I understand like the thoughts behind it, but in math we're supposed to use arrows, not words. Actually, I think you do use arrows. I don't know. I would rather just draw pictures. Cause why do I have to write? And it's always like they always have formulas for writing in science, and that makes me even more mad because then I just get confused. Like I remember in history at my old school we had like CR, and I was like, can I just write how I want? And I would always like, if I just wrote what I was supposed to write, like if you just asked me a question and gave me an example of how to respond, then I can just like write and I probably would have CER. But now that I'm seeing CER and thinking like CER, it was like claim, evidence, response. Now I'm thinking like, oh, does this go in claim or does this go in response? Is this more like response or is this more like claim? And what's the difference between claim and response? And whenever I'm doing that on a test, like I ain't got time for that. So that's why I don't like formulas. See, I feel like my brain's just like done with school, which makes sense. And it's not that I don't want to learn anymore. It's just that I don't want to do work that I don't want to do anymore, if that makes sense. Let me try and break that down a little more. Like, I want to focus on things that interest me, but I also want to learn about a multitude of different things. But I want the ability to, like, if there's, like, let's say for, like, if there's a section, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want to be able to say, like, I don't want to do that and just not do it. Because if you think about it, like, whenever I get a job, it's going to be more like symbiosis. So things like the math, there's going to be somebody else who does math. And then I would probably do something that I want to do. So, like, let's say I draw the maps, they do the math to make the maps. It's like working on a team. I love working on teams, especially whenever we mesh and then we just, like, all reach flow state. It's actually beautiful. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm probably just going to go back to watching TV because I don't want to do this. Actually, I'm going to write my email and then I'm going to go back to watching TV. Okay, bye. Hello, everyone. I have now decided to change my title from just KG to KG the Chef. Guess where I just got back from? Yeah. So I'm going to give you a haul because I was given $40 to go grocery shopping for myself for the month. I don't know if this is going to last for the whole month. I might need more money. But anyhow, I'll give you a haul. Okay, first, tortilla chips. Here's the thought. One, right now I'm wishing I'd remembered to get salsa because there's not really any dips for me to eat this with, but I was thinking, excuse my very loud brother, I can make like nachos. Okay. And then I got Greek yogurt. I want to eat this with, hold on, my mom's calling me. Okay, I'm back. Bada boom. This lighting low-key is washing me out, but like, let me okay, wait. To make it bad, so then we can make it better. Man, that was really bad. Let's not do that again. Okay, moving on. So, last place I was, plain Greek yogurt. And we have blueberry. And I got one more. Where it at? It got lost in the sauce, but it will be shown later. Okay, then I got 3 bell peppers. So one of them was kind of ripe. Like, also, if you see my hand shaking, disregard that because, y'all, whenever I tell you, like that the bag was heavy and so was the, like, basket. Like, think about how much stuff I got, and then I'm going to tell you the price. Okay, so I got 3 bell peppers. I don't really want to put these out here just because, well, I guess they've probably already been through it. Okay. Okay. There's not enough room on my desk for this, but, like, we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to move this onto the ground so I'll have no room. Okay. Then I got a fresh cut fruit medley. Y'all, I love fresh cut fruit, and this was literally only like $3, and usually it's so much more expensive than that. Okay, if you didn't know, Trader Joe's has this thing where, like, if you want to try a drink, you can just rip it out of the box, and, like, you can just build your own 6-packs of drinks. So I saw this lemon elderberry flower soda, or elderflower soda, and I was like, I need to give that a whirl. And my brother was like, just take it out of the box. And I was like, what do you mean just take it out of the box? Yeah, just take it out of the box. Rhubarb strawberry soda. And then mango juice. Like, are we joking? Those are such fire drink options. So anywho. And then I got 2 perfect bars. A good friend of mine put me onto these my freshman year. Here's the receipt. Okay. And then here's my 3rd Greek yogurt. It's apricot mango. That can be like a breakfast item. And then I got hummus because what I want to do is I want to do hummus and then bell peppers as like a side for one of my meals. And then I got a sweet potato. The vision for that was put it on my nachos or put it in a bowl because I wanted to get salmon. The one thing I didn't get that I wanted was salmon. And so I'm kind of sad about that. And then I got chocolate. A must. And then I have these chicken apple sausages. And I was looking for ethically sourced meat, and I think my best bet is just gonna be farmers markets, which kind of sucks because I work on Sunday mornings. But like, we're gonna see if we can work that out. I saw this and I low-key just chucked it into my bag, like on my way to check out. And it's dark chocolate almond butter cups. That's so good. And then low-key, my pride and joy, a lemon ricotta pancake mix. Like, are we kidding? That sounds so good. And if you think about, like, this will probably last me the whole month. Everything else might last me for like a week. I fear. But I'll say like that was fun. I enjoyed it. So wait, let's think. My Greek yogurts. I feel like if I made this like a breakfast. I also wanted to get eggs. Not that we don't have eggs here, but one thing about me is I'm very particular about my eggs, and I need them to be pasture raised. And I've heard through the grapevine that pasture raised doesn't cut it anymore, which is like really upsetting for me. But like, since that's the best I know of, that's what I want to get. These, I feel like these could last me for a few dinners, but then again, there's only 3 of them. And so if I were to savor them, maybe like 2 weeks, I would say. But like, also, I don't know how long it takes them to go bad. I also don't know, like, I feel like I could figure out whenever they're bad. These could also be a breakfast option, but I also feel like I'm gonna end up getting so hungry that I'm just gonna eat 2 of them in one day. That's like a one-time thing. That's just like a snack. Okay, there's 5 of these, and so if I were to cut them in half, because like if I only use half of them and I made some for breakfast, like let's say I used like 2 for a meal and then like 2 for like breakfast, or 3 for breakfast, that's like a good 2 weeks. And this needs to be used by September 1st. So is this gonna last me for the entire month of August? No, absolutely not. Maybe if I were to have double, but also I do love eating out, so that's also an option. But I'm trying to get rid of that option. My chocolates, I think this will last me. I remember one time these are so good. Y'all, wait, I literally want some right now. Last time I got these, I finished them in like 3 days, I think. But granted, I was also really hungry. I feel like this could last me like maybe a week. But like, if I were to really, really savor it, maybe like 2 weeks. But like, also, this isn't just for dinner, because I have like, I'm gonna be, one sec, absolutely fire. What was I saying? Yeah, like 2 weeks. But I'm also like not going to school right now, obviously, so those might last me less time. Like, I feel like this is gonna be gone after like 1 meal. But that's okay. My drinks, honestly, I feel like that really depends on how thirsty I am, I guess. My hummus, when does it expire? October 8th, so I have time. I feel like that can end up lasting me like until then, or like until around then. I'm gonna put my sweet potato in here. Bye, sweet potato. And then my fresh fruit. I low-key love this. And so once I start making myself breakfast, this will last me like maybe about 5 days. But we'll also see. We shall see. I kind of want to do breakfast for dinner today. That sounds good to me. I want more chocolates. See, like, it leaves you wanting more. It makes you want more. And then my chips, I would give these like a week too. Like, I feel like this is gonna last me a good like week and a half. Okay, bye. I completely forgot what I promised to do. Hold on. Okay, I got lemon ricotta baking mix, tortilla chips, 3 bell peppers, the lemon flower soda, the strawberry rhubarb soda, the mango juice, garlic roasted hummus, milk chocolate, chicken apple sausage, the 3 yogurts, the almond butter cups, the fruit medley, 1 sweet potato, 2 perfect bars. Wait, I already said bell peppers, didn't I? Oh, yes, and then I got 2 red. And then plus tax, it was $39.80, which I would say is pretty good. And the most expensive thing I got was the chicken apple sausage, followed by the fruit, followed by the 2 bell peppers, followed by the perfect bars. So the things with the most protein are the most expensive. Except I will say those Greek yogurts do have a lot. Okay, now I'm gonna go put these in my fridge and probably gonna make myself dinner. Okay, bye. Okay, everyone, here's what I made. Wait, let me put it up here. Okay. Here she is. I have my sausage, bell peppers, hummus, and then sweet potatoes over here. I don't know if I made my sweet potatoes correctly though. I made them in the air fryer. Okay, here she is from above. Okay, I'm gonna try everything for you. I already tried the bell peppers and the hummus. I ate before I ate. Okay, next. Sweet potatoes, and I want to try this with hummus. That's pretty good. And then here's my sausage. I tried to cook it on the sides. It was a lot harder than it seemed. Okay, hummus too. Ooh, it's like sweet. Ooh, I can make a scramble with that. Wait, I feel like such a chef. It's good. Also, whenever I season my sweet potatoes, I need olive oil, turmeric, garlic powder, garlic salt, onion powder, pepper, I already said turmeric, and then some bee pollen, because it's good for your immune system.